On a recent CNBC appearance, Arthur Brooks from the AEI Institute said something that caught my attention. He said, quote, "We've gotten into what we call a dark triad paragon. It's a combination of narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Political parties are dominated by these activists, and activists tend to be dark triads. We've gotten into this really bad bullying paradigm." Mr. Brooks was using the dark triad framework to really shape how political discord in this country is being manipulated. I had forgotten about the dark triad. It first presented in research journals over 20 years ago. These traits are considered to be on the darker side of human personality because these are qualities that are socially adverse and linked to serious negative outcomes in interpersonal relationships and, quite frankly, society as a whole. Let's break down these three traits. First, narcissism. This trait is characterized by grandiosity, pride, egotism, and a lack of empathy. Individuals high in narcissism can have an inflated sense of their own importance and a deep, excessive need for attention, admiration, and a disregard for others' feelings. We've all met someone like that. Machiavellianism. Named after Machiavelli, who wrote The Prince, this trait is associated with manipulation, deceit, and a cynical disregard for morality. People high in this trait are often focused on their own interests and will manipulate, deceive, and exploit others to achieve their goals. Obviously a negative trait. And the third component of the dark triad, psychopathy. This trait is characterized by persistent antisocial behavior and a lack of empathy and remorse with bold egotistical traits. Individually, each of these traits present a real challenge in business. When they combine into the dark triad, you are dealing with someone who does not care about you, your business, your career, and they will convince you that they're your friend. They will lie, deceive, and cheat you without remorse. I started using this as a framework to screen out business partners and business associations years ago. I had a habit of falling into the orbits of business associates who possessed these three characteristics of the dark triad. I learned from the CNBC broadcast from Mr. Brooks that 7% of the population are dark triads, a fairly alarming number. I would suggest that in high-functioning entrepreneurial ecosystems and financial services, based on my own personal experience, that number is higher. Here are the takeaways. If you find yourself in a situation where you are working for a dark triad, make sure you understand what you're dealing with and set your expectations accordingly. If you have a business partner who is a dark triad, know that they will not change. You have to make the change once you identify this. And obviously, make sure you choose your business partners wisely. I hope you enjoyed this Saturday Note.